Rewire your mind and draw a new map for your consciousness. Explore Ho'oponopono by drawing to reconnect to your true power inside. In this guided drawing meditation, you learn to forgive yourself for making yourself small. We use the powerful structured drawing method of Neurographica and also an element of neuroart, a spiral that connects us directly to our own inner core. You do not need any artistic skills. I guide you through the whole process. So grab a pen and a paper and let's start drawing. Start writing down your associations in 2 minutes on I make myself small. Do not think, do not judge, just write down whatever comes to your mind and open up the topic for you before you start drawing. Now, take a thin marker and divide your paper into 4 segments. You start in one of the segments by drawing a circle and you tell yourself, I am sorry for making myself small. I am sorry for making myself small. I am sorry for making myself small. Now you draw a second circle and you tell yourself while drawing, please forgive me. I forgive me. I forgive me. You can write down these words in your circles to remind yourself what they stand for. Now you draw one more circle and you tell yourself, I love me. I love me. I am loved. I love myself. I love me. Thank you for the transformation. Thank you for the transformation. Thank you for the transformation. Feel into each of the circles while you are drawing, and do this Again and again, feel into the words and the movement of the pen while you tell yourself again, I am sorry for making myself small. I forgive myself. I love you. Thank you for the transformation. I am sorry for making myself small. I forgive myself. I forgive myself. I love myself. Thank you for the transformation. Feel into each of these statements, and when you have felt them enough, you draw a huge circle combining all 4 statements. Feel into that circle. What does it tell you now? What comes up? If you forgive yourself for treating yourself small, what comes up? Draw your circle and listen inside. What is the truth about yourself? Whatever comes up, you can write it down on the back of your paper. Write everything that comes to you while drawing this big circle. You forgive yourself for treating yourself small. What comes up for me in this drawing while I am drawing my big circle is I am safe. I am safe. What comes up for you? Now we combine our big circle with the 4 circles representing our Ho'oponopono statements by rounding the intersections carefully. And again, you listen inside what comes up while doing that. You're creating a new impression at this moment, and you get access to the wisdom in you. While drawing, becoming silent, and by listening. Take into consideration how you feel, how your body reacts, what is coming up. For me, many insights come up and I write them down at the back of my paper, and I invite you to do the same, to emphasize on your insights, on everything that comes up. And again, you can feel into the energy of the circle. I am secure. And for me, this energy wants to move inside. I'm drawing an inwards directed spiral in my big circle. If that resonates with you, you can also do that and go inside even more. And while I'm doing that, more insights, more feelings come up. It's becoming more clear. I get my messages. Everything that I need is in me now. I am secure. Everything I need is in me now. And I can also go and move outside of the inside of my spiral and draw along this path from the depth of my inside out. And this is the magic of the spiral. You can move inside and you can move out. And in my drawing, I feel that this big circle is representing the boundary between myself and the outside world. And it becomes an important boundary that protects me and that enables me by this protection to also be in touch with the outside world. Because it is kind of giving me space for everything that is inside. It's protecting my inside, my core. And if I feel safe and protected, I can also connect to the outside world. You can feel again taking your pen, moving inside your spiral if you have drawn one, and feel how it feels to move inside once more. What is coming up? How does that feel? Do you feel strong? Do you feel grounded? You feel your connection to everything that is. The more inside I go with my pen, the more I feel connected in my heart to everything that is. And I feel strong, and I feel strong enough to move outside again. And also actively use what is inside to bring it to the outer world, to the outside of my core. If we take this big circle as our new state of being that came up after we forgive ourselves for perceiving ourselves as being small and too small and smaller than others, then the big circle appears for our true being, for who we really are. We can empower ourselves by drawing this spiral inside and making it visible. Activate our own inner power very clearly with this drawing. And to make it part of the system, we work carefully on the rounding and integration of all intersections. In the next step, all the parts of our forgiveness, or the 4 circles, are nourishing our true self, our core, and we connect it carefully together. Create one single system, one map of inner empowerment. Whenever we are ready with the connections, we start connecting our inner power spiral with the outside world. We draw soft flowing neurographic lines, these lines that do not repeat themselves at any point, the lines that flow gently like rivers or the edges of clouds, and we lead them to where we do not expect to see them. By that, we include the outside world into our own system. Do that until it feels enough. And feel inside what comes up. How does it feel? Which thoughts come up? Which emotions are present? And get into a deep flow state, drawing all these lines and creating one system by also working on the integration, the rounding of all intersections. Enjoy connecting to yourself. I stop speaking now for a while so you can focus on your own system and process without being disturbed. While creating all the intersections and this new system of lines and this new map of my self-empowerment, I feel the need to emphasize this energy of self-love, of I love myself, and I draw the shape of a triangle from there, pointing inwards to my spiral, because that is the energy I perceive the most in my drawing at this moment. So If you also have this feeling that you want to emphasize this self-love, you can also draw the this shape of a triangle, or maybe you feel it at another of your circle, or at all of your circles, or you'll feel some other energy, or it's enough energy to see the spiral in there, then you do not need to like put that. But in my drawing, this energy came up and I made it visible with this triangle pointing directly into my core. Like for me, this meaning came up like giving myself this love, forgiving, be nice to myself, forgive myself for even making myself small, activates so much like self-love that I want it to be seen here. And of course, I connect it carefully to all the lines. In my drawing, this topic of boundary is important, and I feel the need to expand my boundary, and I draw a second circle. I make it even bigger, like this safe space which I perceive. I make it more visible by a second, even bigger circle around my initial big circle. So you can play with the shapes and with the sizes, whatever feels right for you, you can adjust and make it visible in your drawing. Whatever comes up and whatever you see in your drawing, you can put shapes for it. You can increase shapes, you can decrease shapes, you can emphasize them. And this is also like in the next step with the colors, you can emphasize even more the parts of the drawing you want to make visible. And I invite you to really feel into where do you need what color and which energy in your drawing. You can create soft flowing color through the whole drawing. You can emphasize the circles, you can emphasize the spiral, you can emphasize the triangle if you put one. So make it your own system. Choose the colors that suit your energy at the most at this moment. You will feel that, like which color do you want to pick and with which color do you start and where will you start. So this is your own individual decision, and you can watch what I did, but you do it your way. Because it is your map, it is yourself, it is your forgiveness, and it is you making your own true size visible, basically. You're also invited to draw field lines, which are thicker lines that flow through the whole drawing and invite universal love and wisdom to your topic. You can choose 2 or 3, maybe thicker lines to do that. And I also invite you at some point to decide on one shape in your drawing that you want to emphasize. One shape you want to draw your attention to the most. This will be the shape that gets a thicker outline. Like in my drawing, I want to emphasize this feeling of I am safe. And that's why I choose this layer of my circle, which feels for me like this boundary. I am safe, and I make it the thickest outline. So this is also what I invite you to do in your drawings. So enjoy drawing, enjoy your process. I'll play music now and let you meditate while drawing your lines, connecting all intersections carefully, and choose on the colors you need. Enjoy the process. Take your time to connect to yourselves. Thank you for drawing with me. I invite you to explore my one-on-one guided transformative drawing sessions. If you want to dive deep into your own topics, I offer a set of 5 drawing sessions in which you get one whole drawing session for free. So please check out the link in the description and also in the bio, and see you soon. Let's keep drawing ourselves free. Bye bye. Thank you for watching. Thank you for drawing with me. And I hope to see you in my community. Maybe you also want to join our weekly live drawing sessions. Check out the link in the description.